And that's when I told King Charles II, if only you'd restructured these homes and establishments out of stone or brick instead of wood like I told you to do at the beginning of your reign, and the Great Bloody Fire wouldn't have happened, would it? Now. My life isn't that exciting. I'm just old. The longer you live, the more you see, and the more stories you'll have to tell. It's one of the very few upsides of a never-ending life. I suppose another is that I get to spend countless years with my immortal loved ones. It's nothing. A conversation for another time. More importantly, how was your drink? Excellent. It's time we make a hasty retreat then, don't you think? I have somewhere in mind I want to take you, but I want to keep it a surprise. That okay? Well, it's my apartment I have in mind, but that isn't the surprise. You'll have to wait and see. Come on, it's this way. Shouldn't take us that long to get there on foot. Wow, it's really quiet out here compared to in there. It's quite refreshing. Being around a lot of people for too long makes me a tad uncomfortable. You too? Well, I'm willing to bet my reasons for discomfort are quite the contrast to yours. The surprise? Well, if I tell you that, it'll defeat the whole point, don't you think? You'll find I'm inhumanly stubborn when it comes to matters such as this. You look a little nervous. What do you think it is? No! Heavens, no! I'm not that selfish of a creature that I'd rob you of your humanity and turn you just so I could keep you forever. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself. No, you shouldn't have to apologize. I'd be curious in your position too, considering the circumstances, but there's a lot more to this topic than you know, and so much more to be explained before it's something you even begin to consider. It is a conversation we should have, but not today. Is that okay? Ah, good. Thank you. At the very least, I'm glad we've acknowledged it. It's been somewhat of an elephant in the room for a while now. But for today, you can just enjoy what's to come. Or you can try to, as I don't quite know how you'll react. Ah, here's the building. I'm on the top floor, so it's probably better that we take the lift. Oh, that was lucky. Look, I'm sorry for snapping at you before. I hope I didn't frighten you. That's just something I'm very passionate about, as you could probably tell. Here, let me apologize properly. This is us. Come, it's this way. This is it. Are you ready? Oh, Elise, you're back. And who is this? The one you're telling us about? You really know how to pick them, don't you? Come here, darling. Camille, you promised to behave. Oh, pish posh. I was only saying hello. The girl who just attacked you with kisses is one of my sisters, Camille. A pleasure to meet you. Camille, where's Elena? She's tending to a garden on the terrace. I told her you were coming, but you know what she's like with new people. All too well. Just a quick word of warning. Elena comes off very abrasive with those she doesn't know. It's not your fault. She's just very protective of Camille and me. She'll warm up to you in time, but right now she might be a little cold and distant with you. Slandering my name again, Elise? I'm saying nothing that isn't true. I suppose not. You never were a liar. So, is this your human? Elena, be nice. Why would I be nice to someone I don't know? It'll only come off as fake, right? Please? Fine. Hello. My name is Alenoshka. But you can just call me Elena. Better? Well, at least you tried. You must really like this human to make Elena try to be nice. Is that why you want us to keep an eye on them while you leave to feed? I haven't mentioned that part yet, Camille. Oh, désolé. Me and my big mouth. Come, Elena. Let's leave them to talk. But I wanted to see the uncomfortable conversation. Yes, I'll be leaving for a short while to feed, as Camille said. I've been so preoccupied being with you that I've skipped feeding myself, and I've become quite thirsty. But feed on you? How naive you are. When a vampire begins to feed, it's very, difficult, shall we say, for them to stop. Especially in the state I'm in. If I began feeding on you, it's highly likely I'd end up killing you. And I'd never be able to live with myself if that happened. I should have seen that question coming. The warden of this region's largest prison is a vampire. A civilized vampire, I should say. We actually saved his life a long time ago. It's a long story, but to return that favor to us, he allows us to feed on death row inmates. Honestly, it's a great deal. We still get to feed, and we don't have to worry about hurting innocent people. More to the point, I've brought you here not only to see my home and meet my sisters, but because I want to know that you'll be safe in my absence. I'm a paranoid creature after all. Sorry if this is something you aren't comfortable with. I just... Thank you for being so understanding. And about my sisters. They may seem a bit eccentric, but you'll be in good hands. It'll be a good opportunity to get to know them. Don't you think? I'll only be gone a few short hours. I'll be back before you know it. Elena! Camille! Don't worry about the thing, my darling. We'll keep you safe and comfortable. You can have as much space as you need while Elise is gone. We are total strangers to you after all. Hopefully we won't be for long. I can crush a tank with my bare hands. Safety here is guaranteed. Though no actual tank crushing will take place. Elise is just paranoid. Humans are fragile. Thank you both so much for this. I'll not be gone long, I promise. Stay safe. Now that she's gone, let's feed on them. Elena! What? It was a joke. Come, human. You look hungry. You can have some fruit from my garden. Be nice, Elena. I'm giving them food from my garden. How much nicer do you want me to be? Well, what do you think? Impressive, right? Here. Try it. Good, right? I grew it myself, along with everything else you see. That is a good question. Vampires don't eat food, so why am I growing so much? The superficial reason is because I like to give it all to local kitchens that feed the homeless. Everyone deserves to eat good food. Another reason is because I like growing things. Fruits, vegetables, flowers, you name it. You may not see this as well as I do. There's a great beauty in things that grow. All life grows and blooms into something beautiful, and then eventually acts as a caregiver or sustenance for the next generation of life. It's all one big cycle. Life and death, beauty and sadness. I've seen it countless times already. My sisters and I have been robbed of this cycle of life. We're all stuck, frozen in time. We will never know what it's like to grow and change. We've all but accepted that fact. But your heart still beats. You still draw breath. You may not fully understand, but you have no idea how lucky you are to be alive. All life is sacred, human, including yours. Don't squander the opportunity you've been given. Even if you wrongly believe your life to be meaningless, you can still use it to bring happiness to others. Would you do me a favor, little one? Next time you see your loved ones, friends or family, tell them how much you love them, how much you appreciate them. They deserve love. And so do you, for that matter. And do not dare think for 1 second that you do not deserve the love you are given. You're more than worthy. Trust me. I would know. It's starting to rain. Hurry up and get back inside. Elise wouldn't want you to be out in this. And promise me you won't forget what I've told you here today. Now go find Camille. She'll keep you company while I finish up out here. Back in already? I hope Elena wasn't too abrasive. Are you hungry though? When Elise told me you'd be staying here for the night, I took the liberty of filling the fridge full of all kinds of food. He doesn't usually see this much use. I'm unsure what food you like to eat, so I bought a variety. Yes, this was entirely necessary. We never have any guests over. So when Elise told us she was bringing someone home, I did everything I could to make this place somewhat accommodating. Don't worry yourself. It was a pleasure to do this. I would do anything for my sisters. That includes the ones they love too. Although it's not often one of us brings home a human, so forgive me if I act a little strange. I'm not used to interacting with your kind. You look a little tired, human. I bet Elise has been dragging you around all day. No need for concern. Not only did I stock the fridge, but I also did a bed to Elise's room. Yes, it's quite a tale. The man who delivered it insisted on carrying the bed frame all the way up to the top floor, because it wouldn't fit in the elevator. I could have done it in less than half the time with one hand, but I didn't want to embarrass them. Here you go. You can rest up if you like to. If you need anything, I'll be... Oh, merde. I know that scent. Stay in here and try not to make any noise. I'd rather she doesn't know you're here. Hopefully this won't take long.
Ah, Camille. How lovely it is to see you. It's been far too long. Where are your sisters? I have important news to share with you all.
Elena is in her garden and Elise is out. What is this about, Irene? You never show up unannounced.
I know. I'm so sorry, but this couldn't wait.
You could have called, you know. We have telephones now? Or are you still living in the 1800s?
An age joke. Really? I thought that kind of warfare was beneath you. Besides, this matter requires a more personal touch.
Irene. I thought I heard a snake.
Elena, it's wonderful to see you again. Still a bitch, I see.
Careful. This is our home. Why are you here?
Why are you two acting so strange? I mean, I know I've done things you don't agree with, but surely... Oh, I see what's happening here.
You're hiding a pet from me. They're not our pet. They're Elise's partner. Partner? That girl never fails to surprise me. Come to me, human. I wish to take a closer look at you. Don't be shy. I'm not going to hurt you. Best do what she says and get it over with. Stay right there. Let me take you in. Well, don't you just smell delicious? My name is Irene, and I for one hope we become very well acquainted. It'd be a shame to let such a mouth-watering specimen such as yourself go to waste. Especially if Elise doesn't plan on feeding on you. And if I know Elise, she probably won't.
Irene, you came here for a reason. I want to know why.
Always straight down to business with you, Elena. Fine. She's escaped, and we have no idea where she's going or what her plans are. You're sure? I wouldn't have come here to warn you if I wasn't sure.
At least something exciting is finally happening.
Exciting? The biggest threat to our kind's existence is now on the loose, and you call it exciting.
Well, whether she's a threat or not is just a matter of perspective.
If she has the potential to wipe us out, then there's only one perspective worth having.
That's debatable.
Ugh. You've always been a blockhead, Elena. Camille, I'm entrusting you to let Elise know when she returns. I need to be going. There's a lot more people I have to warn. I'll let her know. Thank you. And you, human. It was nice meeting you. Be kind to Elise. She's one of the few vampires I truly believed still possess a soul. Unlike this one.
Do you want to see how hard I can punch you?
And on that note, I'll take my leave. I'm going to need some time to wrap my head around all this. I'm sorry she dragged you into this. Why don't you make the bed useful and get some rest? Elena and I need to talk alone. No, you have nothing to worry about. You're safe here.
Elise will be fine. Trust me on that one, human. Now go to bed, or I'll be forced to put you there myself.
Good morning, sleepyhead. I would have climbed under covers next to you, but I was afraid I'd wake you up. Scooch over. Roughly 3 a.m. I only got back an hour ago. I know. Elena and Camille told me everything. If I knew Irene was visiting today, I wouldn't have left you alone. I don't trust her, and you shouldn't trust her either. She's a master manipulator. With her natural beauty, it's hard to deny her anything she wants. The escapee? Not someone to waste time worrying about. Irene is right when she says she's dangerous, but it's a little more complicated than that. I'll explain it all in time, but right now, you need your sleep. You're learning very quickly not to argue with me. Come here. Do you want to see how hard I can punch you?
Stupid Elena. She wouldn't dare. Actually, she probably would.
Oh, shit. Hello?
Did you warn them?
Yeah, and you were right.
They didn't care as much as they probably should. Oh, and Elise wasn't there. Just Elena, Camille, and an oddly delicious-smelling human who they claim is Elise's partner.
Interesting. I want you to keep an eye on them. From a distance. Elise may be our best chance to recapture our little escapee, but she'd never help us willingly. Report back to me when you have something.
Understood.
Good.
Would it kill her to learn some fucking manners?